Coming up on this episode of Swing Nation, we've got Frankie 100 scholarships, a new hilarious blog post on Jazz Monkey, and Kerry Washington does the Lindy Hop on Dave Letterman. Or does she? Episode 37 of Swing Nation starts now.
Hit that jive, close the door, get the carpet off the floor. Swing Nation,
people grooving together.
Truck on down, pimp your stroll, put some jelly on that roll. Swing Nation,
People grooving together.
Hey everybody!
Hi there.
Welcome
Hello.
back to Swing Nation. This is episode 37 for October 30th, hence the Halloween stuff you see down there. Or you Hey, look,
Happy
they're
Halloween.
pumpkins. It's scary. Happy Halloween.
This is Halloween. This is Halloween.
We've got so many videos for you guys this week.
Oh my God.
Let's blaze right into the quick bits.
Content.
Wait, who are we?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm Zucker Punch. This is Spuds, and this is Mouth.
Hi,
Everybody, thank you for coming back again, Mouth.
Oh,
good
it's
time.
my pleasure to be here.
Yeah, we don't need no stinking Rick.
I didn't say that.
I did.
I like Rick.
All right.
So we've got a lot of stuff for you today, starting with this Lindy Hop Moves website, aggregating and organizing moves from YouTube. Spuds, you had a nice little surprise when you checked this out.
Yeah, this has probably been around for a little while, but I look so silly. I'm sorry. I'm
We're
not
not going
supposed
to
to
talk
mention.
about the wigs. What wig?
What wig? LindyHopMoves.com. Yeah, I found out about this. It's probably been around for a little while, but it's really neat. It aggregates, like you said, Lindy Hop videos that are freely available on YouTube and puts them into little sections of intermediate and advanced and such and such. If I click on intermediate, this is really what got my attention. I click on intermediate, and then go to. So you could search for all these videos on YouTube, obviously, and but Lindy Hop video is really slow. LindyHopMoves.com just puts them into nice little groups for you. So if you're looking for some cool advanced moves, and these are videos that exist from, like, say, 920 Special, Jam Cellar.
I've heard of those places.
Yeah.
Yeah. So most places that offer up free classes, class reviews, anyway, they might show up on LindyHopMoves.com. That is not to say that you can learn all your Lindy Hop from LindyHopMoves.com, but it's a nice refresher. And I don't know how many venues it aggregates, but it seems to just pull a bunch. So
That's pretty cool.
Very cool.
check that out.
Go check it out.
It's like my internet's not working. Oh, well.
We got word from Groove Juice Swing that as part of their Stephen and Virginie workshop weekend in the middle of November, I think it's November 12th or thereabouts, they're also bringing in Don Hampton and Norma Miller to do a talk, which is going to be really cool. So, I mean, you should already go to Stephen and Virginie weekend, but double now to check this out.
November 15th to the 17th. Yeah, last year they brought me out and I got to talk to Kevin Mins, which was
Alman's son.
Alman's son, yeah, thank you.
That was really cool.
It was really cool.
Yeah, it was. That hair.
So, don't miss it this year.
Don't miss it this year.
Minnie's going to grow out his hair now. Yeah, he is.
No, seriously,
Share.
like long hair gets stuck in your lip gloss. It really does.
It's getting stuck in my
And now we all know Minnie's wearing lip gloss.
Next story.
Oh, yeah. So speaking of Halloween, there's a fabulous thread on Yehoodi that everyone should visit. And it's called Inappropriate Sexy Halloween Costumes That Don't Exist.
Yeah.
Which we all know 1,000 of them do exist because, in case you guys haven't realized this, there are sexy Sesame Street costumes now.
Oh, I got it.
There are actually sexy Sesame Street costumes that exist now on the market. Not somebody made one, but that you can buy them from the usual
That's so wrong.
Halloween stores. It's
Oh,
just
really?
it's look at that. That's Bert and Ernie, and it's just it makes my heartbreak.
Oh, no. It makes
really-
my heart very happy.
Well, you're a
you're
disgusting
gross.
old perv, so that makes sense.
That makes me so sad.
The rest of us, anyway, it's a funny thread, Yehoodi. Check it out. I promise hours of entertainment if you check that out.
And when you laugh at them, you'll know that you're a terrible person. In case you ever had a doubt.
In case you had a doubt.
Now you'll know.
If you're friends with us, we already knew that.
True story. We also got some feedback again this week, yeah?
Yes. Well, how exciting is this that people like us and they write to us and they want to tell us what they think about us and everything. But this one in particular.
Feedback. Yeah. Feedback. Oh, yeah. Feedback.
I love it.
She's just going to vamp like that for the rest of the show.
Add jingles.
I love it.
Wherever I can.
This one here. So we mentioned a little documentary a couple weeks ago, I think it was last week or something like that, about Been Rich All My Life, which is a documentary about the Silver Bells, the chorus girls who danced at the Apollo. And there was a group of them that was still around. And well, this documentary came out in 2006. We talked about it on the show. We got an email from Benabi Aka. I think that's how you pronounce it. Benabi, and she writes, first, I'd like to thank you guys for pointing me to the Been Rich All My Life documentary on Netflix. I watched it last night, and it was amazing to see those ladies rocking it in their 80s and 90s. I hope I'm half as punchy as they are at that age. Plus, Plus, it inspired me to try my local tap classes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which is terrific,
That is awesome.
right? But seriously, you guys should have warned about the ending. I was outright bawling.
Aww.
Spoiler alert. All in all, a great story. I'm glad someone captured a quick cameo of Frankie's dancing. Didn't hurt either. Thanks, guys. Benabi.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I saw it. Do you know about the?
I do. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know all about it.
I watched it, and it's gonna
Tearjerker.
tug at your heart. Yeah.
Tearjerker.
But
We're making the world better, one budding tap dancer at a time.
I know, right? How awesome is that when something actually inspires someone to get out and take a class? That's amazing. Speaking of inspiring things, Frankie 100.
She's better at the segue than Ricky is.
she is. Don't mention it.
Aw. Anyway, so we all know Frankie 100 sold out in like minutes, and it's also extremely expensive. I don't think expensive for what you get, but more expensive than maybe some other Lindy Hop events that are out there, meaning some people might not be able to afford it. So they have created a scholarship fund. So everyone will have an opportunity to celebrate Frankie May's birthday this year, but not everyone can go to the event in New York City. So in order to open up the New York celebration to a few more people, we are starting a small fundraising drive to finance tickets to the event. Frankie 100 organizers have set aside a limited number of tickets, which will go to attendees who have financial need. And we hope to get donations from all you guys out there in the world of Lindyland to fund these. And all donations qualify for tax deductions through the nonprofit Frankie Manning Foundation, to the extent that the law allows. So check your country's laws about that sort of thing. But this is a great thing. This is fantastic that they're offering some scholarships. And we believe truly something that would be worth funding if you're trying to choose your charitable donations for the year. So think about it, Frankie 100. Scholarships.
Yeah. That's
Do
awesome. Bringing Frankie to everybody.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I imagine that there will eventually be information about how to apply for one of these scholarships as well.
I can only imagine because, that's a huge part of what you,
scholarship.
yeah. You take the money in and then you have to give it back out again, so.
Bummer. I think I've been doing it wrong this whole time. I have no segue, but we have
that was a segue.
a blog post at the Jazz Monkey, jazzmonkey.wordpress.com. Zach just keeps knocking it out of the park. I mean, between him and Bobby White, there's just so much good material. He has a blog post that he put out. Zach does, not Bobby. Bobby also put something out recently. But This is 6 things every international dance teacher should know. Everybody, I think, should read this, not only if you plan on being an international dance instructor, but also if you know one or have played one on TV. Because the information is, one, hilarious, but also good to know about the people whose classes you're taking, say.
Yeah, valid point.
He says that you have to bring your A game because you can't really ride your laurels for very long in this world.
That's a 6-pack, by the way.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, that's
Jeez.
gross.
Thanks for explaining it, Manu.
I mean, for
'Cause
his
it's
use
funny.
of pictures alone, it's
I know,
hilarious.
hysterical.
Like the hanging people.
Yeah,
The
that's
phrase "laurel tattooed butt" in Google Images brought this up. I've got so many questions, none of them appropriate. I love that one.
Oh, okay.
He talks about making concessions in terms of what you're asking for from organizers when you're going to teach someplace, but also knowing your limits. He talks about being prepared to fork out some cash, which seemed counterintuitive. I mean, when you're on the other side, you think like, oh, teachers just have everything taken care of for them. But once you've done it a couple times, hopefully you realize that, maybe you should consider how you're getting to the airport and how you're going to pay for that and whether all your meals are included and, whether there's anything for you to drink at 3 o'clock in the morning when you've been on the dance floor for a really long time.
I'm wondering, is he writing this to be entertaining, or is he literally writing it for like the 20 people that it applies to?
I think it applies to way more than 20 people. Because like any, especially what are called like glamour industries, like fashion, television, music, publishing, there's so many people who want to be at the top of that pyramid, who want to be like doing this professionally and getting paid the big bucks. There's a whole group of people who are interested in that, who probably have not thought this stuff out before. Like the last bullet point, which is about contracts and cancellation clauses. Like, it seems common sense that you should have a contract just so that your information is laid out there about what's expected of you.
True.
And what the organizer is going to supply. But so many people go into it thinking like, oh, this is a social relationship. It's weird to have a contract.
Yeah.
No, it's not. And I'm sure there are tons of people out there who have gotten burned by this before.
And I think Nicole's point was a good one about how it's communicating to those of us who patronize these teachers that, what they go through, and to have a better understanding. There was one of there about parties and understanding that, me as a social dancer or as a student might be there to party. This might be my weekend, but this is someone else's work week, and it may be different for them. And there may be times when they are more relaxed and in the party zone and times when they're not. And, this is information that is valid to the entire community, not just to the folks who may be thinking in the back of their head about the idea of possibly becoming, an instructor. It's interesting about the forking out some cash thing. I do acting a lot, and I went on some national tours, and that's there's a whole thing around that called per diem, and the whole idea that they give these actors on tour a per diem, which is separate from their salary, that's for exactly those things.
Right.
The food or the cab rides or the whatever it may be that you wouldn't normally have to think about if you were at home. Right, so that's a built into other communities that where your life is on the road, but it's not built in our community yet. Possibly it might be in the future, but maybe not. But that's the kind of stuff that's really interesting for me to read, coming from a different perspective, different community. So.
And there's also some bullet points in here that are not just for international instructors, but for local ones too. Bullet point number 3. Some students are bleeping crazy. And this is something that probably everyone who's taught a class has come across, where there's just someone in there who is just not going to be pleased with what it is that you're offering. They either have a different perspective, or they're
just
really
bleeping crazy.
vulnerable.
Just bleeping crazy.
Or they're just crazy.
There's no logic to it in some cases. They're just bleeping crazy.
And I mean, it's really easy to get really upset about it and like take it really personally and feel like this person is attacking you. And hopefully they're not physically attacking you or attacking you in any other way. But this is something that you have to come to grips with as a teacher on a local level, never mind an international level.
Yeah. It's a little easier in your home community when you're surrounded by your friends. But if you're on the road, that could be really disconcerting emotionally to have to deal with that and then have to go and keep smiling and perform and be on the entire weekend.
Yeah. So, I mean, read
Valid
the whole
stuff.
thing. We have barely touched the surface of it, and we've actually skipped over most of the really funny and inappropriate parts. So,
Yay,
maybe not
inappropriate
safe for
parts.
work,
Inappropriate.
but definitely read the whole thing. And Zach, keep it coming, because you really make my day worthwhile when you post these things.
jazzmonkey.wordpress.com is his blog.
What's next?
Well, here's a fun little thing.
Oh, yeah?
It's always great when Lindy Hop gets mentioned in the mainstream.
Woo!
And so this is actually a pretty big deal, because on the David Letterman show, Dave Letterman had...
I've heard of
Who's
him.
that guy?
Yeah, remember that guy? Dave, you know what? I should bring the clip of Dave Graybill and Paula Lana dancing on David Letterman. I'll bring that on another show.
Good idea.
Because they did
That's years and years and years ago.
Years ago.
And no one watching this knows either of those names.
Yeah. Well, a couple people maybe.
Couple people.
Same number of people that read the Zach's blog.
Yeah. No, different.
No, that's definitely
Totally different audiences.
Anyway, I'm bearing the lead. Kerry Washington showed up on
Scandal.
Yeah, she's from Scandal. Do you watch Scandal?
I watch Scandal.
I don't watch
Oh, it's so
Scandal.
good. You have to watch it.
Is this a television show, I assume?
Yes. So it's on the internets though. You can get it on the internets.
okay.
Yeah, I don't
Cool,
watch it
like
on the
Hulu.
TVs.
Good.
Well, so
TV, what's that?
so Dave Letterman does an interview with Kerry, and well, check out this little segment. They actually go into a little talk about the Lindy Hop, which is pretty cool. Check it out.
Is this you at the school you were talking about in Washington, you and the First Lady? Is that what we're looking at here?
Yes. I had to dance because this school, I had been with the kids the week before and they taught me the Lindy Hop. And so then when they found out the First Lady was coming, they asked me to perform the Lindy Hop with them at the school.
Now, you say Lindy Hop. This is, all I know, this is a dance that is so far before your time. There's no reason that you
Are
should...
you flirting with me?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm so young.
That's right. This is the A stuff, too.
I like I get the A game. Yes?
But to tell people, first of all, tell them for whom the dance is named, and then what is it?
I don't know who the dance.
What?
What? Oh my goodness. Who is it named for?
Unless I'm completely dumb. Let me turn this over to Paul. Paul?
Paul?
I wish I knew.
Paul.
It looks like Dave knows, though.
He
Kerry,
knows.
I'm sorry. Dave, who is it named after?
I would say Charles Lindbergh.
Oh, I bet you're right, of course.
Wow.
Lucky Lindy.
Of course. Of course.
I think because, I mean,
course.
one of the things that helped him cross the Atlantic solo was
the dance.
danced in the cockpit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop it. Clear this dump. Well, how does it go?
That was good.
Oh, it was good, wasn't it? Now, when a person does it, what does a person do? Just do it.
Really?
Yeah.
You have to do it with me. Yeah, come on, let's do it. Come on.
Charles Lindbergh, famed aviator choreographer.
If you enjoy sports ball and there's like a pass or whatever, and then they totally drop the ball right on the whatever variety of finish line it is in whatever game it is.
Did
that
you just try to
follow.
do like a metaphor there that you didn't understand?
I was trying to be so vague about like what kind
There
of
you go.
sport game it was.
That was giant fail. That was not even.
Well,
I mean,
giant. Well,
she got
okay.
a little wag, a finger wag, like. If you wag your finger, it must be Lindy Hop.
Well, wait a minute.
What
Give
the?
it
Come
sugar.
on.
How many times?
Jazz hands. That equals jazz dancing, right?
How many, Nicole? How many
Okay.
times have you had someone in your family, whatever, who doesn't know anything about partner dancing, say, "You do the Lindy Hop, right?"
I would do some Charleston. If she
Okay.
had done some Charleston, I would have been like, okay, I give her a pass because she's by herself. She doesn't have a partner.
Yeah.
Do some basic frickin' Charleston by yourself, and it counts, right? And it's not that hard.
Also, you just have it out and saying like,
God.
"Oh, it's a partner dance. I can't do it alone."
There you go.
But she didn't even look like she knew it was. I mean, she did ask Dave to dance with her, but then when she did it's just.
So-
Finger,
Maybe-
step, clap, sugar, Lindy Hop. Not so much.
Can that be the still for the show, by the way?
That's maybe let's take away the positive, which is that Lindy Hop was mentioned on Dave Letterman.
And he got who it was named after
He
right.
got knew who it was named after right,
That was awesome.
and everything else was hurtful.
Everything else pained
The
my
thing is,
heart.
like, I kind of don't even care if they know where the name came from, as long as, like, they see, like, oh, that looks like kind of a cool thing to do. Maybe I should check it out in my local scene. But they always get the part wrong.
I know.
back to our favorite subject ever. I think an iCharleston video comes out every week.
Just about.
We have featured an iCharleston every week.
Why don't you say that more emphatically?
Well, I can do it in
He just
my.
wants to do it with his hair.
I can do it with my Howard Stern. Robin, we always talk about Charleston here, right, Robin? And boobs.
What?
I'm doing
What
my Howard
accent
Stern.
is-
I don't know what accent it is.
He's from
okay?
New York.
He is.
He's
Robin.
a New Yorker.
Robin.
And you are doing
Why
it
am I
like
talking
he's
like
Southern.
a Texan? Okay.
What the hell is wrong with you?
We need an adult.
Jesus.
iCharleston, our latest. You're funny. Our latest is iCharleston London. This just in.
Oh, really?
It's up on the iCharleston The World Facebook group, which we talked about last week. We're going to show a little bit of iCharleston London edition. Beautiful graphics.
Yeah, that's nice. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. Double decker. Classic.
So once again, this is how you do a really nice iCharleston video.
When does the Charleston start?
Well, we got to get. They're setting the stage. See?
Although this is the theme song for the
Harlem Globetrotters.
Globetrotters. Well, I guess not. It's not.
Yeah.
Oh, it's cute.
Wow. There's a lot of people in that car.
They're all reading the paper. That's fun.
This is a super cute video. And they're
Aw,
showing.
that is cute.
Yeah, they're showing wonderful like
Parts of London.
parts of
Yeah, that's
London.
nice.
There we go. Charleston.
Yay!
I'm such a curmudgeon. I'm like,
I'm demanding, Nicole.
I would like DQ things for like not enough Lindy content.
Well, we can.
Competition's out there looking for a DQ judge. Nicole's up.
Yeah,
When's your
Nicole's
gap?
ready. I don't think we'll get through the whole video, but there is a.
It looks great though. The
There
quality
is-
is fantastic.
There are a couple of cameos by Jenny Thomas
Oh, yeah?
and Simon Selman.
Aw.
They both show up in that video.
Hey, talk about people been around forever.
So good work there, iCharleston London.
Looks like.
And then like right behind that, I'm not kidding you. Boom. Next post is iCharleston Liverpool, which you were excited to hear about because
I was surprised because when I was there at university, like way back in the day, there was not a swing dance to be found.
no swing dance in Liverpool.
Nothing. It was like a dead year for me in terms of dancing, which explains a lot. So, yay, if there's like Lindy Hop and Charleston and Liverpool now, I think that's awesome. Woo.
Let's take a look at their a little bit of their entry into the iCharleston world. They didn't know they were standing
Oh my
near
goodness, I'm standing under a sign. And then I'm gonna run in a building, and I'm gonna run out of a building. Well, see, now they get to the Charleston right off the bat. Good for them.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how they get some of these shots.
What do you mean? I'm gonna go out on a limb and say cameras?
Yeah. I think cameras is the way.
I think, pretty sure cameras with people manning the cameras is my guess.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
Nicole, do you Zucker Punch? Do you recognize any of these places?
I didn't spend any time in museums when I was there. There was just a lot of like going from the pub.
oh, that's cute through the water.
Class. Oh, and a lot of football.
Apparently.
Oh, Liverpool.
Pubs, class, football. That was Zucker Punch's existence in Liverpool.
Is that
Cat? Oh,
Yeah.
Cat.
That is Cat. Yeah, Cat Foley.
Cat spent so much time in the States this summer. It was so great.
Yeah, it was awesome to have her there.
All right.
Hopefully someday I'll meet her.
You haven't met her?
No,
You just like seen her from afar at competitions. Yeah.
I like her, but I am like so shy, so I never actually go introduce myself to people.
Aww.
I just admire her from afar.
I shared beignets with the lovely Cat late night in New Orleans at ULHS. So.
Aren't you fancy?
Yeah. Remember me, Cat? Call me. Just kidding.
That's awesome.
But not really. Call me.
So there you go. Charleston in iCharleston in London and Livermore. I want to jump ahead.
Liverpool.
Livermore? What the hell
That's
was
here
that?
in the Californias, darling.
Livermore. I want to jump ahead real quick so that we don't run out of time to show this. I want to jump to the competitions the failed competitions
right.
video. So there's a competition that happens now in Harang at the Harang Dance Camp. Every week they do a film festival where they just ask you to submit a 2 to 3 minute video, and then it's viewed in the basement and people vote. It's like an Academy Award, and then you win something. This one was done by Beat Sutter, who was also a contributor to our Indiegogo campaign to ILHC Stream.
Cool.
And he sent this along. It's the winner of week 2. It's real short. It's like 2 minutes. Take a look. It's called Failed Competitions. All right. So thank you so much, Beat, for sending that in, and yeah. There you
I
go.
like the follow one. Where it's just like
the lead follow. I know, that was really good.
now I'm doing a hand thing.
Now it's a hand thing. Yeah, it's true. The hand thing. So to something a little more serious and a little more traditional good dancing, we go to Paris Swing Jammers, the teacher demo, which is Tatiana Udry, I'm guessing.
Yep.
And JB Minnow. And this is some good stuff, so you should take a look.
These guys are so awesome.
Yeah, and she's pretty new too.
Oh yeah? How long has she been dancing? Do you know?
Maybe like a few years.
Oh, good job, man. Good honor.
Let me know if this sounds sexist, but I love the way that she attacks these moves in the same aggression as he does. Like, you see two dancers just killing it. You don't see a guy and a girl.
That's
yeah,
not sexist.
I like that too.
That's not sexist at all.
Okay, good.
No.
Especially because later in the video, they do like not feminine, but like more subtle, smaller movement, which is like, you know, stereotypically
Yeah.
what lady dancing is, and
That's cool looking.
he does it well too. I also like that this is like both good dancing and really funny and musical.
Yes. Sometimes you see one and not the other. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's just so yummy
So
and
good.
good.
So good.
Oh.
So good.
Yeah.
Watch the whole thing, but later.
Obviously.
I need to run out of time. What else? Any other ones you want to do?
We got one more.
Oh, in honor of Halloween.
In honor of
Do that one?
Halloween,
Honor of
okay.
Halloween. This was my pick because it's Halloween, or it will be very, very soon, and this is very funny, and it's called the Peacock Spider Dance.
I don't know where this showed up. This showed up in Facebook.
God bless Facebook for giving us this gem of beauty.
Let's see the friggin' spider do something.
Yay!
Actually, if I saw this spider, I would run. There would be no dancing.
Well, you're not dancing. The spider's dancing.
No. Here we go. Here we go.
It's a pretty spider.
There we go. Here it comes. Here it comes. Yes! Oh!
I love it.
You know, I think I had a set of speakers that moved like this once. This little rolly thing, and it would like open up its flaps on the side.
If I saw this spider, I think it's ready to kill me.
Tail's going up. Tail's going up. Look at that. Yeah. Bounce it in the back. Bounce. Is that twerking? Is that spider twerking? Is that?
Oh, I have a video to show you later about twerking.
Spider twerking. Oh.
Twerk it, spider.
A little bit of air traffic control.
Yeah,
Air traffic control, yeah.
Air traffic
Seems so.
control. Yeah.
All right, there's your spider.
All right, Halloween, spider dance, enjoy. Little silliness from me to you.
Yeah.
So I unfortunately think that that's all we have time for this week. So
Halloween!
yeah, happy Halloween, everyone. Thank you to Cafe Sophie for letting us take over your ghoulish and creepy place. Also, Spuds is looking very alarming. Thank you, Cafe Sophie at 3463 16th Street in San Francisco, serving fine verve coffee, beverages, and Silk Road teas and tasty pastries.
That's easy for you to say.
Yeah.
Check out Cafe Sophie SF. Actually, just come here. It's a really cool place, and the drinks are really good.
Yeah.
You can get in touch with us and give us feedback, and then we'll probably talk about you on the show because we really like feedback that much.
Yay!
Email us, news@yehoodi.com,
Yay!
and maybe we'll get Mel to do the feedback song for you. Check us out on the Facebooks at Yehoodi, and on the Twitters at Yehoodi, at Spuds, at Zuckerpunch, at Frydmouth.
Frydmouth.
You can also call us on the telephones at 201-984-SHOW. That's 201-984-7469. So, thank you, Spuds. Thank you,
In case you don't know
Nicole,
what
for joining us.
calling looks like.
Yeah, thank you, Mouse.
Oh, it's my pleasure yet again to be here. I love just hanging out with you guys in general. So, and I hate to talk. So
I noticed.
that's
The wigs were Mouth's idea. I'm sorry I couldn't do it. I couldn't go the whole show without talking about the freaking wigs.
in honor of Halloween. Yay!
All right.
Thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next week.
See ya. Up here.
All around the planet, gates are in the groove. Don't have to understand it, you just have to move. Truck on down, pimp your stroll, put some jelly on that roll. Swing Nation,
People grooving together.